Welcome back to the National Hurricane Center. This is Ken Graham right in our operations area in Miami, Florida. The time is a little after 4 o'clock Central Time. Here's your latest update from that 4 p.m. advisory that we just issued on Hurricane Ida. Latest information, we're now 105 miles an hour. That means we're continuing to get stronger, and it doesn't surprise me. You look at this satellite here, look at the center, the core of that storm, just with the convection around it, seeing that eye of the storm, and look at this convection well out ahead, and these bands that are get closer and closer to the coast. Even overnight, you start seeing some of these rain bands start hitting Buras, Venice, and start hitting Plaquemines Parish. So 105 miles per hour, continuing to get stronger. We've got aircraft headed out there. I think they're getting pretty close to getting us some information here shortly. Northwest movement at 16 miles an hour. So that's the latest. Let's go ahead and look at that forecast that we have and look at some of the changes. We've talked about this growing wind field, and we are starting to see the wind field still about 100 miles out from the center of the storm. You can experience that tropical storm force winds. Remember that as we continue to go forward in time. We'll go ahead and leave that there. We really think it's going to continue to become even stronger, and we are still forecasting a Category 4 hurricane. And right, I think the latest we have 135 mile per hour winds at landfall. That's catastrophic. It's catastrophic to buildings. It's catastrophic to any sort of structures here. That's what we're looking at. So with time, and we move that system, this is 1 p.m. on Sunday, so tomorrow afternoon going to be really close to the coastline, but I think it's really important to remember this. This is still the cone. 2/3 of the time you can put that center anywhere inside that cone. This latest track is a nudge to the right, and that puts some of the wind radii closer and closer to the metro New Orleans area. So if you think about these large winds, there's the hurricane force winds, stretch it out away from the center, because we said maybe a little bit of a growing wind field, and you're starting to get some of those hurricane force winds very close in the city. So damaging, that's roof damage, maybe some roofs off the house, power lines down, prolonged power outages. It's going to be no fun afterwards. It's going to be a lot of damage. So that's, you enter that into your thought process with what you're gonna do here. Anywhere inside that hurricane warning could get those hurricane force winds. So that's what we're dealing with. With time, the storm, you start off that strong, it's going to take a while for those winds to come down. So you're going to start seeing a situation where you're going to get up in here, even around Baton Rouge, you can still see some hurricane force winds. Trees down, that's well inland, trees down, power outages even in Baton Rouge, and even we stretch northward into portions of southwest Mississippi. Arrival times. Here's the deal. You still got some time. You got a lot of mandatory evacuations. You got quite a few voluntary evacuations. They're still looking at the time. It's 4:10. There's still time to head on out. There's still time to hit the road if that's what you want to do. Listen to those local officials. Listen to what they're saying. You got some incredible people working this event and really getting the information they need to help out make these recommendations. So think about that, and think about not just getting through it, but what it's like afterwards. What it's like afterwards. So if you have no power for a long period of time with generators, and you got to use those wisely. You got to keep them outside, away from your garage, away from windows. You got to use them wisely. 2 a.m. tomorrow, you're going to start having tropical storm force winds approach Plaquemines Parish, and then stretching into the metro New Orleans area. You start getting Orleans Parish, Jefferson Parish, St. Charles Parish, St. James Parish. Some of these areas in the mid-morning hours tomorrow. So if you do something now, you're going to make it. You're going to be able to do that even after dark. It's okay. If you still need to get out, let's go ahead and get that done, because by tomorrow it's going to be too dangerous. Simple as that. Another thing to look at, I think I did want to show this graphic real quick, because I think it really highlights this red area. That's huge. And that right there is our hurricane warning. And that stretches back North Shore, stretches back all of southeast Louisiana, that's a huge area, including Baton Rouge. Anywhere in red here. Anywhere in red can see hurricane force damaging catastrophic winds. So you got to look at that. And even this blue area here, that's tropical storm warnings, and you can see some of that. Let's go on. Storm surge, leading cause of fatalities in these tropical systems. The big change from the last update, a little bit more in the lake, 5 to 8 feet in Lake Pontchartrain. Why? Bigger wind field, and you're getting more of those winds, a larger area of winds pushing that water through the Rigolets, pushing it into Lake Pontchartrain. So Mandeville, areas on the North Shore, really watch out for some of that water. It's a significant amount of water getting in there. Where else we at? Mouth of the river to Morgan City, 10 to 15 feet. Back to intercoastal cities, 6 to 9, but even 7 to 11 from the mouth of the river to Ocean Springs. That's a dangerous, life-threatening storm surge. That's inundation. That's water up your pant leg. We run all sorts of scenarios and come up with, basically this is looking at peak surge, a potential of getting these numbers, depending on the track. highly dependent. Little wiggles matter, can really change these numbers, but we want you to plan for the worst case scenario because we want you to get through the storm. Life-threatening rainfall. That's a significant life-threatening situation with this rainfall because we get that little slowdown as it turns to the north. In red here, we got areas of here 10 to 15 inches of rain, and a growing number of these, the purple areas here that you see, that could be up to 20 inches of rain. And when you put that much rain down and you have some storm surge, that's hard to drain this. And it's not just on the coast. Look inland, portions of Mississippi getting significant amounts of rain. The Mississippi Gulf Coast back to Mobile, some of these areas getting areas of 5 to 10, maybe even 15 inches of rain in some of these areas. So that's the latest information. Bottom line, still got time. Listen to those local officials. Now's the time. Tomorrow's too late. So let's protect ourselves. Let's be safe. And we're going to keep you posted from here. We're going to get this thing through safe together. This has been Ken Graham here at the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida.